Hello. Um, Welcome to another little small video. I'm just gonna try to cut this down as short as possible and try not to take too much of your time watching this video because I don't want you to watch all the way through like the previous video I did like this. So, 3 days ago, for those who know, I had a pet dog named Missy. She was a Boerboel, which is a dog commonly found in South Africa. Boerboels are commonly bred here, and she was like one of the closest pets I've ever had. I've always like wanted a dog since I was a kid, so eventually when I had her, I think 2 years ago, she was a puppy. I was really attached to her, like on a huge level. But we never really owned the dog. It was not our dog. It was actually my mom's ex's dog, and well, let's just say my mom kind of wanted a dog. He got the dog for her, and pretty much most of the time, I also got really attached to the dog, even though I didn't really feel like it would be good to be having a dog at the very moment. Not that it would be bad, but the responsibilities. So time goes by, 2 years later, I'm still very attached to the dog, and now that my mom's ex finally moves out, he gets pretty much gets evicted with whatever beef my mom had with him, and we pretty much kept looking after the dog for a small bit of a while until he could find a place to stay where he's allowed to keep the dog with him. But yeah, that I think it was been months since he's been staying in a place where dogs weren't allowed. So we pretty much just kept the dog around. We had to spend like large amounts of expenses taking care of the dog. Like we've been struggling, right? She also had fleas, like a flea problem. Um, we spent like $600 on medication to cure. We pretty much killed the fleas, but now she has worms, and it's just like it's so much expenses. Dog food in this country is so expensive. Everything is so expensive for dog care. It's ridiculous. It's just so expensive. But time eventually goes on, and now comes the point where my mom really wants to get rid of the dog, even though she doesn't want to, but she has to because we can't keep using money on the dog where we need to survive, where we need the money to survive. And she constantly suggested let's just take the dog to an adoption center, which I don't agree with because a dog that is 2 years old, like full grown adult dog, is not gonna adjust to a new space with a new family. Usually dogs that are um adopted in adulthood usually just run away from home and they never come back because they prefer the old owners over the new owners. I mean, it's kind of like you being a teenager and your family dies and now you have to adjust to adopted like an adopted family. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be very difficult because you don't know these people. Um just a slight comparison. So eventually I stressed many times that I don't agree with adoption. Let's just keep the dog. It's better we keep the dog than to have the dog, with a bunch of other people where she could potentially bite these people because she don't know them. But yeah, 3 days ago my mom's ex eventually contacted her saying, okay, he found a place he's going to have the dog stay at that place for a while until he figures something out. And I thought maybe this is just one of his gimmicks where he say he's going to come fetch the dog and he doesn't end up fetching the dog. But this time he actually sent people to come and fetch the dog. And let's just say this dog was literally my best friend at home. Like this was my best friend at home. Literally my best friend at home. And eventually I would have to say my goodbye, like adios amigo. and it was a female, 2-year-old female poodle. Beautiful colors. It had hazel. I would say more of like a hazel, orange eyes, very bright fur, very beautiful dog. And I eventually had to say goodbye. I eventually wanted to, like, if the dog was going to be permanently with us, I would have her like checked if she was sterilized so that we could allow her to have puppies. But he eventually came around the corner, so I was like, okay, that's never gonna happen. Um, yeah, that never happened. But I pretty much said goodbye to like one of my pets, one of my closest pets. I still have like 3 budgies left, which I still connect to on like a daily basis, but it's different because um my budgies are actually my dad's birds. He pretty much gave the birds to me for my birthday. The female, there were actually four that he gave me. The female died. I don't know what happened to the female. I didn't know if she was sick, but she died very early. She was probably sick, and I had no idea. But I have 3 males left. Beautiful colors. They're very, very nice. I really enjoy the company with the birds. They really do sing a wonderful song during the day. But yet again, it's not the same because like I spend way more time with my dog than I spend with the birds. Like I wash with the yes, and by the way, I wash with my dog. I know that's gonna be like a little weird for some people. No, I don't take my underwear off when I wash with my dog because even I feel like that's weird. I don't take my underwear off and wash with my dog. I don't do that. It feels weird. I wash with my dog. I walk my dog, not very consistently, but I walked my dog way more than like the rest of my family. Um, I sleep with my dog. Like every single night, I sleep with my dog. My dog wakes me up in the morning because my dog always makes sure I don't oversleep. Pretty much just best friend mentality type stuff, you know? I would say for like the past few days pretty much when the dog left, I kept hearing at night. Now, I pretty much have, I don't know what you call it. It's kind of like paranoia, something close to paranoia, where you hear things or you see things like in your peripheral. I forgot, like hallucinations. But instead of like hallucinations, I hear sounds of what my dog. I hear sounds of what my dog makes. Like sometimes I hear, like I don't know how to explain what it like. I guess I can say like when my dog sighs during her sleep, like she sighs, like she goes, she just sighs in her sleep. And sometimes I hear that and I look behind me, just in shock. Like, am I hearing things? Is the dog sleeping? Like, I check. Sometimes I also like at 12 at night, which is usually the time I take the dog out to go and take a wee or piss or whatever you want to call it. It's the time I pretty much take her out to go and do her business outside because I don't want her to be in the house. And when that time came around, I was still awake and I was checking if the door's open, and then I realized the dog is not here anymore. What am I doing? I'm stuck in an old schedule that I don't have to follow anymore, even though it was like I was built into it. But yeah, I really lost a best friend just like a few days ago. I would have made this video the day that she departed, but I decided I wasn't gonna do that. I feel like I really felt like it would be unnecessary to do that, but eventually I felt like this would be a really interesting story. Now, my dog wasn't always the perfect dog. She gets very jealous when there is children around that gets more attention than she does. She gets very jealous. The same thing happened when I got the birds from my dad. She was watching those birds. I mean, she wouldn't dare lay her eyes off of the birds. I mean, I don't know if she despised it or she was curious, but I feel like she was jealous because I gave them a lot of attention when they got here. Um, But over time, she got used to it. I think with kids, she didn't get very used to it because there aren't kids here all the time. So when kids eventually do come over here, like my cousins or like my younger cousins or maybe my nieces come over, then she just don't like them. She just does not like them. She does not like kids having more attention than her, especially from me. She doesn't like it. So yeah, there is a history where she got a little hostile with kids. This is not a pitbull meme. Don't make this a pitbull meme. But she got a little hostile. I wouldn't say she bit them. She pretty much just like set her ground to scare the kids. She intentionally scares the kids. She doesn't attack them because she knows I get very fucked up when I see she does something really messed up to like in certain situations, especially with people. Like I don't like her doing her own thing. Especially if people aren't being a threat, I would never allow my dog to attack someone or attack another dog or to intimidate another dog. I don't allow it. I get strict as hell. I get super strict. I don't like it. But my cousins don't like want to bring their kids over here because they are afraid that the dog would hurt the kids. So I guess that's also like one of the reasons why the dog had to leave. It's also because like family stopped visiting the place. So yeah, it's kind of sucks. It really sucks. So I mean, this wasn't really a choice I had to make because I don't own this place. This is not my house. This is my mom's place. I don't own my own house. Um, I don't make the rules. If the dog has to go, the dog has to go. I mean, it wasn't my dog to begin with, so it is what it is. Um, I don't have a good history with my mom's ex. I wouldn't say it was bad. I would say it was more moderate. It was more moderate. Like we never really connected. Yeah, we had feuds, but it wasn't serious feuds. It was more or less like your brother, like brother type feuds, that kind of stuff. But with an adult, yeah, like I was a bitch. I was being a real asshole to that guy. But anyway, yeah, it really sucks because like these days it's now feels way more lonelier because I don't hear barking outside. I don't hear the casual claws scraping on the ground as the dog like sprints around the house looking for cats at night. Like it's quiet. It's oddly quiet, and I feel a little bit unsafe because usually when people have dogs, they feel so secure. People are afraid of dogs. People are afraid of dogs. And I felt a lot more confident going to the park and just, like just relaxing, like sleeping on the grass because I know the dog would always be nearby. It's different now because we don't have a dog. I would I would get a new dog, but probably not right now, especially since I'm unemployed. I broke. I'm running a YouTube channel, seeing how that goes. Um, Now and then, I post videos. I do live streams. Just the usual stuff. I try to build a community. Of people enjoy the content I enjoy. Stuff like that. Sometimes I try to get my community more involved with videos and stuff. Not that it always works, but I mean, I try. It's not an easy. It's not this. YouTubing is a passion, but it's also not a very easy passion to enjoy, and it's very easy to lose motivation from time to time. Like recently, I wanted to post a Phantom Forces compilation of like my best plays, like maybe a nice little song in the background, and I just immediately lost motivation editing the video. I think I wouldn't say I'm losing motivation doing content in general. It's just I tend to struggle very often with what direction to take with my content, because I like to just post random stuff. I like to stream random stuff. I just like to connect with people. Sometimes it's not about the game. Sometimes I like having conversations. It's a normal thing for me. I like to just talk. I'm introverted, but I like to have a conversation. I like to communicate. I like to socialize. It's not a bad thing. I don't always get it. Yes, most of the time when I stream Minecraft, I get an audience, like a small audience, but they don't stick around too long. I don't really get to know them. I don't really get the opportunity to really connect with people. And I'm not an interesting guy. That's also one thing. I'm not an interesting guy. So usually when people connect with me, I don't really have much to say because there's not really anything interesting happening in my life. Like I said, I'm introvert. I stay at home. I think I've been at home this entire year. I haven't done much. I was thinking of getting a job this holiday, this Christmas holiday, to buy me a new phone. And then I was like, man, I don't, uh, I don't have the energy to go and get a job to work 8 hours, 7 hours a day, and get like 5K, like, and then still have to deal with manipulative management. And now I'm not talking about the previous job that I had. I'm talking about just the experience in general. Like there is times when there are managers at these workplaces who really treat you like a sack of shit, and they do it discreetly. It's really. And sometimes there are also employees that can make your job difficult, especially employees who don't want to work with you as much as you want to work with them, to make work easy, to make it just way better to work in general. Um, I just don't think I would get a job. I think I would rather go to college instead, which was my plan for next year, is I'm gonna go to college and study programming, because if you've stuck around on this channel long enough, you know that I want to be an aspiring game dev. I also want to do graphic designing, although I have no idea, like animations and stuff. Like I haven't drawn a single picture in like I wouldn't say 7 years, I would say in the past 5 years I have not drawn a single thing. My drawing experience has disappeared. I can't draw jack shit. I actually cannot draw for the life of me. It's a skill long gone with my childhood. It's gone. I can try to get it back, but it's gone. So yeah, I would say shit is shit. It is what it is. It's shit. You just deal with it. You just get over it. It is what it is. Um, Probably when I get my own place, I would get maybe a dog again. I would get like maybe a puppy. I don't know what puppy. Maybe I would like keep some connections. Maybe I would get a German Shepherd. Like just a nice dog. That I can really connect with. Very 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 close level. Because I like pets. I like having pets. It's nice. It's a nice buddy to have around and just keep yourself occupied with. It's nice to bond with animals. I feel it's a very natural thing. But yeah, I've been talking for quite some time. I don't want to take any more of your time. On my community tab, I left a little thing where I kind of left like a poll for if you guys want to answer it. It's pretty much if you guys want to see me play It Takes Two. I think it takes two, or It Only Takes Two. It's like a game that I got for PS Plus when I bought PS Plus recently. If you guys want to see me play that game, let me know. I'll be happy to hop on that. I've never played it. I haven't seen any videos on it. I know it's like, I wouldn't say it's an old game, but it's been out for a while now. So if you guys want to see me play that, just let me know. The poll is there. I'll probably leave a Discord link, my Discord server link in the description if you guys want to join. Maybe have a little conversation, have a little chat. Maybe you want to send a dark humor meme on my shitpost channel. I don't care. Just don't go too far. Just don't go too far. No NSFW, please. There's kids in my Discord. I beg you, they are underage kids. Even if they suggest NSFW, please do not post NSFW. Because yet again, they are still children. Uh, yeah, that's it. Cheers.